Hello, my friends. I thought I would do a quick little review for A Theory of Dreaming by Ava Reid, which is book 2 in the duology, following A Study in Drowning. So this is going to be one of my rapid reviews, which means it is my thoughts in 5 minutes or less. And just to warn you, there might be slight spoilers in this one. Definitely spoilers for the first one. I will try not to get too detailed, but just beware. If you want to go into this completely blind, maybe don't watch my review. So I read A Study in Dreaming earlier this year, and so far it is my favorite book of the year. Ava Reid's writing is beautiful. It is lyrical and haunting and heartbreaking, and it's got that dark academia, but also like you fell into a fairy tale kind of vibe. I just loved everything about it. It is like wildly feminist, without punching you in the face with it. And so I was super, super, super excited to go into this one, fully expecting it to be another 5+ star read for me. Sadly, it didn't quite live up to what I was hoping. Still beautiful. I would still give it like a 4.5 stars. But I definitely noticed, after I read the first maybe third of the book, that I was starting to feel like it was sort of painful to pick it up. And I couldn't quite figure out what it was that was rubbing me the wrong way, especially with how much I loved the first book. So I sat and sort of thought about it, and I was reading slowly because I didn't want to push myself through it and hate the experience. And what I came to the realization was, in the first book, you know, the main character has gone through this sort of traumatic experience. She's recovering, she's drawn into herself. She latches onto this idea of hope that she's going to get to meet sort of her hero and learn more about it and break barriers, and then she meets the mailman character, and it's definitely sort of like a light enemies to lovers situation at first, but they come to really rely on each other. They save each other. So even though it's a very dark, both in theme and in sort of the writing and the atmosphere, like book, there's this glorious sense of like hopefulness and optimism that things will come out right in the end. And that's part of what made it so beautiful. And in A Theory of Dreaming, that sort of gets stripped away. The author actually does this very beautiful job at breaking both characters down even further. And I found myself so depressed for like the first half of the book. I was really struggling, and I mean, that's a strong emotional tie. Like, I was fully immersed in how depressed both of these characters felt, and it was just bogging me down. And once I was able to take that sort of step back and look at the situation, I realized how beautiful and immersive the writing still is, but it had lost that sense of optimism that I had clung on to. And so I will tell you, it comes back, and I loved the end of the book. I'm very glad that I kept reading. Again, it was a 4.5 out of 5 in the end. I definitely love book 1. Like, it holds a special place in my heart. I very much enjoyed book 2, but I wouldn't necessarily say you need trigger warnings for it, but it definitely is heavy emotionally. So that's my rapid review. Bye!